Hey, what's up, everybody? Back with another one. Now, this is some news and information that I am particularly excited about. It's been some news leaks about the new Disney Plus series, Falcon and Winter Soldier. But the best leak so far, if it actually ends up being true. Let's keep this in the rumor level since we have no actual real confirmation, just a couple of reliable sources, but still just end up being a rumor at the end of the day. And that particular rumor is that we might be actually getting Isaiah Bradley on the Falcon and Winter Soldier. This has me particularly excited because of the history with this particular character and his ties to Captain America and the super serum program that they use to create Captain America. So we're going to go check out some of these sources, and then we're going to get back into why I'm excited about this. All right, everybody, here we go. Now, originally, Deadline broke the story that Carl Lumbly would be joining the Falcon and the Winter Soldier in a undisclosed role. So we found out that he was going to be on there. Nobody knows exactly what part he's supposed to be playing, but that ended up sparking a lot of speculation at that point, and a lot of people started saying, oh, he might be playing Isaiah Bradley. Now, if you don't know who Carl Lumbly is, this is the same actor who played the Mantis way back in the day on the Fox series. Back when I was a little kid, I watched that way back in the day. And he also played in Buckaroo Banzai. He played one of the good aliens on there. And you might recognize his voice from Justice League, because of course we all know he played Martian Manhunter, and then turned around and played Martian Manhunter's father recently on Supergirl. But the thing with Carl Lumbly, over the years he's been in a lot of stuff, TV shows, movies. Like you'll just be randomly watching a movie and you'll be like, damn, he's actually in this too. I actually like Carl Lumbly a lot, especially after watching him as Mantis back in the 90s on Fox. I really did enjoy that show as a child, because there wasn't too many black mainstream shows with the protagonist actually being a hero. So that's one thing I actually liked a lot when I was growing up. Now, if he actually ends up playing Isaiah Bradley, what we will actually get to see for once is the MCU actually going back and showing you what actually happened, because this storyline is actually based off a 2003 comic and told how the military and the U.S. government tried to recreate the super serum that created Steve Rogers. And of course, if you look back at America's sordid history with experiments, you can see that they've done some wild stuff to black people in the past. For example, the Tuskegee experiment, where they gave groups of people syphilis to see how it would affect them. But what this deals with is the U.S. government actually trying to replicate that super serum form. So they took a large group of African American soldiers and experimented on them. Only a few ended up surviving, and then Isaiah Bradley's character was one of the last ones who actually survived after going on missions. He took one final mission to stop the Germans from recreating it themselves, and after he finished that mission, he killed the main scientist who was responsible, at least on the German side, for trying to make the super serum. But after that happened, he ended up getting locked up. He was locked up, I believe, for like 10 years in solitary. And then he got out. And then beyond that, there was a couple of more misfortunate events that ended up happening to him. Plus some of the side effects from him being in isolation with that version of the super serum had different effects on him. They gave him powers. Yeah, he could do stuff, and he had peak human level abilities. But in the long term, it ended up, I believe, giving him Alzheimer's. So that was one of the effects of it, but it did also slow down the aging effect in him, like it did with Captain America, as you've seen in the comic books before. Now, the thing with them using this particular storyline is that this is supposed to be the catalyst that makes Falcon, Sam Wilson, actually want to become Captain America. At the end of Avengers Endgame, he was very hesitant to actually take the shield from Steve Rogers. But this being part of the storyline, I actually see this pushing him to actually say, you know what, I need to man up and actually become Captain America, especially seeing that you find out that there was someone before you who was black and he was also Captain America or a super soldier. That can be that good inspiration and a surprising storyline that I did not expect to get out of this TV show. The main thing I thought this show was going to focus on was mainly another U.S. pushed Captain America U.S. agent, and of course Zemo escaping and causing more trouble for everyone, and trying to see if it's a brainwashing program that they installed and Bucky actually still works. But this is a very, very good storyline if they do it correctly. This could be a game changer for Marvel. Hell, might even get some prequel movies or prequel TV shows out of this. I'd watch it if they released it. But if this character actually is in this, Isaiah Bradley, you can do so much more. They can introduce the grandson, Patriot. Hell, they can even try to introduce Joshua X. And if they do that, that'll surprise the hell out of me if they do that the long term and introduce all these characters. Hell, or even have little flashbacks with Joshua X on this series while they retell the story of Isaiah Bradley. But one of the things I want to be more in tune with is I want to find out who actually gives him this information. Does he find some old files? Does Nick Fury send him something? I want to know, how does he find out the existence of Isaiah Bradley? Does he go visit him? What's the big tip-off? They can do this a lot of different ways, and hopefully this actually ends up being a storyline, because it might not even be Isaiah Bradley. But now that they've said this, I'm getting a little hyped, but I'm trying to bring the hypeness back down, because, you know, a lot of times this stuff ends up being rumors. Sometimes it ends up being true. This is one of those rumors or leaks that I actually hope ends up being true, because this could be the game changer we need, at least for this television show. I was already going to watch this show. I was excited about it, but this is pushing this up on my list. This might be a top 3 now. If they start doing more storylines like this really excites me for the future of what Marvel can actually do with their movies and TV series that are streaming. Like, we already are getting Monica Rambeau, but what if we end up getting Blue Marvel down the line? Now, that's another character I would actually like to see live action, and knowing Marvel, they'll probably do it correctly and make it on point. So, what do you all think? Who is Carl Lumbly actually playing on this new Falcon and Winter Soldier TV series? Could he be playing Isaiah Bradley? Could he be just playing a older character? Could he just be playing one of Sam Wilson's family members? We don't know at this point. We have nothing concrete, because of course, you know, Marvel will keep it on lock and keep that secret until it's damn near about to air. But hopefully this ends up being that he is Isaiah Bradley. But if he isn't, it is what it is. I'm hoping he is, but we'll see. Fits the motif of the show and legacy, as far as that shield and the super serum program in the MCU. But go ahead and sound off in the comments and let me know how you feel about this interesting development. And make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this content. But otherwise than that, I will catch you all in the next one. All right, everybody.